Oh, they already start my timer. So let's get started on that one. Hello, very, very good morning and very exciting good morning to all of you. And I'm really thankful to be here today. Let me introduce myself one more time. I'm Vishal Parmar, and today I would like to discuss on the topic that most people try to avoid it, that is a failure. When I was in a first standard, unfortunately, I failed in my first standard. Yes, you heard it right. I failed in my first standard. So, on the day of the result, the principal in the school at that time were distributing the report card and they were giving the toys to each and every children. I was also in the line with my mother and looking at the different toys on the stage and wondering which I would be getting it. And when I reached to the stage, principal gave me the look, and with my report card, he gave me 2 Indian rupees bill. That is literally in today's dollar value is 0.033 Canadian dollar. And he did not give me the toy. And my mother pulled me away out of the stage, and I was wondering what happened, why principal did not give me a toy. And my mother told me that, son, you have failed in the exam. And that is the first time I heard the word fail. And obviously now we have to go to the home. My father looked at my card and then he asked my mother, did he really fail? And my mother said, yeah. And my father asked, like, how many students are there in the class? And my mother said, 50. And as a 5-year-old child, you don't know much that what's going on. You are still thinking about that toy that you did not get it. So my father was talking to my mother, and then he was telling her that a person who comes first in a studies or sports or any activity is always under the pressure of becoming first. Even if he comes second by chance, he feels like and he becomes upset that he got demoted by himself. But the person who has already failed in the class has always an opportunity to come 49th, 35th, 24th. So, and trust me, I was not understanding what they were talking about at that age. But they have kept reminding me these things every year before the exam. So that's why at this age also I remember that thing. And he told that at least try to be 49th next year in your class. And he took my report card and then he wrote something. And he wrote it very beautifully that remember, failure is an event, is not a person. And success is not permanent, and the failure is never a final. But still, what do you expect of a 5-year child? It will not motivate him, right? Because he still wants that toy, that all other children got it, but he did not. So I was still upset. But then later one day my mother told me another story to please me. She told once upon a time there were 2 mice. And unfortunately, 2 of them fell in a bucket of a cream. So one mouse easily gave up. He quit and he drowned. But the other one wouldn't quit that easily. He struggled so much that eventually that cream became a butter and slowly he crawled out. Right? So, ladies and gentlemen, in this case, that second mouse is me. And actually, this is an actual experiment. Interesting, but the brutal experiment was already done in 1950s by one of the scientists. What he used to do is that he would take few rats and put them in the half-filled jars with the water just to check that how long mouse can swim. And once he did the first time experiment, on an average, most of all the eggs, mouse unfortunately drowned in 15 minutes. Then he did this experiment further. And what he did differently this time is that once the mouse was about to give up due to the exhaustion, he immediately plucked them out, dry them off, and then let them rest, and then put it for a second trial. And once he put it for a second trial, what do you think? How long that mouse can swing furthermore? Right? And remember, that mouse has just swam until failure just few minutes before. Right? 15 minutes, 30 minutes, or 5 minutes. The result came very surprisingly. That mouse started swimming for 60 hours. Yes, 60 hours. Right? So, you see, even a single hope can make that small mouse to swim for that long. Think about yourself, that whatever ability you have and whatever belief you have in yourself, what that can do for you. Right? So, technically, humans and rats are not identical, but one point that stands out, that we all need something to keep swimming, keep swimming. So let's say when you are working for somebody, and if they ask you to be there at 9 a.m., you will be there at 9 a.m. If they ask you to do something, you would do it. But when you tell yourself that you would approach client, you don't do it. When you tell yourself that you will do something good for your life, you don't do it. Right? So, why are you listening to other people and not yourself? Ask yourself a question. Why are you working to achieve and build someone else's dreams and not for yourself? Right? And I know that sometimes results does not come. So leave the thoughts of the failure away. Remember, there is nothing in this world that can hurt you more than your own thoughts. And there is nothing in this world that can heal you than your thoughts. So it's all about your mindset. I know sometimes it gets very frustrated with this business especially. So second things you need to remember is that once you feel that the results are not coming and you are about to give up, remember that the last thing on the tree that grows is their fruits. So thank you very much and have a good day to all of you. Thank you.